day 8 of talking to a camera and posting it on internet. Today I decided to do a little comparison of my collection of 35mm lenses. This is definitely not a technical or scientific review or comparison. This is more of a user experience review and just a couple of thoughts and use cases that are applicable to me. So let's get into it. The 35s that I own and will talk about are these. Number 1, Sony 35 f1.4 G Master. Number 2, Leica 35 Summicron f2 aspherical. And number 3 sits on the camera right now, and that is Sony 24-50 G f2.8 zoom lens. We are looking through a 35 G Master right now, and from the 3 lenses that I own, this is definitely the most technically advanced one. Whether it is stills or video work, this lens just gets the job done. Clean, sharp, fast autofocus. There isn't much you can really complain about this lens. I feel like the biggest difference between some of the more prosumer or consumer lenses and something like this is how it manages the difficult lighting situations, especially shooting against light, and how it manages to keep the contrast. If I had to point out something that I don't like about this lens, it would definitely be how much it breathes when shooting video. However, this can be easily corrected by using one of the more recent bodies from Sony and switching on the lens breathing compensation feature. It is something that, at cost of roughly 10% crop, completely eliminates breathing from your lens. And I feel like Sony is trying to keep the lenses small and focusing on keeping them as top of the line stills lenses, while making them a great option for video with autofocus, and I think they are great at exactly that. Okay, so we are at Leica Summicron f2 aspherical lens of mine right now. Few reasons that make this my favorite lens, other than just the pure image quality and character, are the overall user experience, especially when paired with Leica M body, whether it is shooting it through the rangefinder patch or zone focusing and running and gunning. There is just something that makes you think of your image much better before pressing the shutter, as opposed to any digital autofocus lens. And once you have mastered the rangefinder style of focusing, I think you're gonna enjoy that more than any sort of autofocus. Another thing that I really enjoy is the flares. The way it flares, it's such a unique way. It's got a little bit of a rainbow flare, but not the kind that just takes over the entire image. It still keeps the micro contrast, it keeps the image intact, but it gives that little flare, little chef's kiss, if you will. The reason why it doesn't get as much use as the other 2 is because it's a rangefinder first lens. And while I do have adapter for my Sony digital bodies, I simply don't enjoy using it on them as much. Using it with the adapter, at least the one that I have on Sony bodies, pushes the infinity mark a little bit closer, and also the markings on top of the lens for zone focusing are a little bit different. Well, the markings are the same, but they don't correspond to the same distances. So that kind of derails the entire experience. I still bring it with me on many shoots as an alternative if I wanted to switch from that nice clinical clean look of Sony G Masters to something with more character. And for that it's great on an occasion, like Summicron f2 aspherical. Made for film, used for that and everything else. Last of the trio, 24-50 G Sony f2.8 lens. This is definitely my go-to lens anytime I'm traveling, and if I'm bringing a camera that I intend to shoot video with, I'm gonna have my 24-50 on it. If I'm doing a proper tech recce and I need to have the actual focal length with me, I'm always gonna prioritize the zoom over coming with a suitcase of primes. Having the ability to start at 35 and zoom out to 24 or 50 in a split second is something that is very important when traveling or when shooting something that is super run and gun and there is simply no chance to get that shot another time if you missed it. Now, is any of these significantly better than the other two? Personally, if I'm walking around the city trying to capture some street life, trying to just document whatever I see, that would be something that belongs to my Summicron. If I'm on a paid shoot, shooting a commercial, that's gonna belong to the 35 G Master. And if I'm traveling or location scouting or just filming a video in my living room, I'm gonna prefer the versatility of starting at 35 but being able quickly adjust to something wider or longer. And I think that sums it up really well. There is no perfect tool, there's just different tool for a different job, really. I'm gonna cut here.